Alrighty. It is Monday, the 5th. I did change the calendar. It's Monday the 5th. We are now starting the second week of July. But it's also the first full-length week of July. So I hope that you are ready and raring to go for for this week and camp and whatever it is that you are writing and being productive with. I have set myself some goals for the week, and I'm hoping that I get them done. So I got to make sure that I actually take some steps to do that instead of just, oh, I wonder when those tasks will do themselves, because that, unfortunately, never works. Unfortunately. I mean, if I could be a magician, or, whatever, and just snap my fingers and have the laundry put away or whatever, that's fine. But also I would love to be able to snap my fingers and have the story that's in my brain on paper. That would be amazing. But unfortunately it doesn't work that way. Unfortunately. Lizzie is here. Hello, welcome. Lizzie says there are parts of a book that you can edit like a boss, and parts where I know what's wrong but I can't seem to fix it. Yeah, and that's where practice comes in. So you just got to try a bunch of things and see where it is, or have another set of eyes on it that could tell you what it is that you are trying to figure out. So great writer and bad editor. That's why you have editing services eventually, or you have friends and family that will be like, hey, this is what you need to fix. So Lizzie says, going to get some cinnamon Pop-Tarts and zebra cakes before the stream. Nice. And Megan is here. Good morning, afternoon/evening. You're excited to see how far you can take the story today before you get stuck again. I'm excited too, because everything you have said about your story just sounds really cool. And Claude is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Elizabeth is here. Hello. So zebra cakes are essentially little snack cakes. They're usually yellow cake base, and they have a layer of sugar cream icing in the middle, so it's a two-layer small sponge cake type thing, and it's wrapped in another layer of hardened icing. It's not quite fondant, but it's very close in some regards, and it's usually white because zebra, and then it has black icing of the same type striped on it, so it makes a zebra pattern. They're very tasty. If you ever got one of the sort of snack cakes for lunch or whatever, that was very, very much like lunchbox material kind of snack cakes. Yeah. Kai says, hey, supposed to be my day off today, but you felt inspired yesterday, so you're going to try and figure out the World Anvil website during the sprints. Excellent. There are tutorials, thankfully. And so whenever you forget how to do something, you can always look it up again too. And they do have sort of tutorial introduction things as you are going through the website. So Kai says, first task, remember my password. That is a task, yes. And Charlie is here. Hey, welcome. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. And Lizzie says, little cakes that are white with chocolate drizzle on top. Yes. Nina, hello, welcome. How are you? Lizzie says, done with the snack. You also had orange juice and a chocolate cupcake. Yeah, I mean, yes, chocolate and orange does go together sometimes. I don't know that I've ever had orange juice straight after a chocolate cupcake. Elizabeth says, sounds yummy. Yes. Mallory is here. Hello. You're here today trying to catch up from what you didn't get done yesterday. It is okay to give yourself permission to have some time off and to rest, because if you don't, you won't make it through the whole camp. So make sure you do sort of schedule in time for rest. Shannon is here. Hello, welcome. And Lizzie says, honestly, might do the same, trying to figure out the world anvil. Gotcha. Sharon says, working on my sci-fi random scenes and character backgrounds. Nice. Excellent. Kai wants to know what your name is on World Anvil so we can be friends. And Kai's is C.Kai. Miriam says, hey everyone, I still can't believe I got through yesterday's 3-hour sprint. I saved your life. Aw, I'm glad you made it through, and you were extremely productive yesterday, so that is amazing. And Elizabeth says, draft 2 goal, 750 words today. Hoping it will go by fast as you are using good chunks of draft 1. Hope so. I hope so. Lizzie says, hopefully next year you'll be able to have social media for beta readers. Probably not unless you turn yourself into a goody two-shoes. Well, you may be able to convince your parents, but there are other ways. So there are definitely, I think you might, I know there's a beta reading group, I think, on Goodreads somewhere. I don't know. There's several different ways that you can reach out to different beta groups or different readers who would enjoy beta reading for you. So Claude says, in my favorite movie, Made in Heaven, he just snaps his fingers and his house is painted. It would be great to be able to do things like that with our novel. It would, wouldn't it? There, like tense changes and point of view would be no problem. Just like, done. Which I'm sure that Becca C Smith would be like, yes, please. So Elizabeth says, now I want little cakes. You were so strong in the store today and didn't get lemon cakes. Ooh, lemon cake is good though. Charlie says to Kai, if you have any questions about World Anvil, let me know. Yes, because Charlie is the sage. Elizabeth says, oh yes, please. To Claude. Exactly. For snapping the fingers and having the whole novel done, yes. Charlie says, I have had a slow start to my world building summer camp. You've only finished 1 prompt, but you have hopes to pick up the pace. Yeah. I've only done the 3. So I might, I don't know. Some of the other ones I'm still sort of contemplating what I want, like the myth or the legend to be. And therefore like where it would be located and what the geography would, and that's essentially like two prompts. So if I can figure that out and write those, then I'll have 2 more, and I would be caught up to today, but I'm not going to push it. So Heather says, coming in to hit the like button. Thank you very much. You have to go walk the dog, but you think you might be back. Alrighty. I'm sure the pupper will enjoy the exercise. And Heather says hello to Charlie. And Kelly is here. Hello. Welcome. And Charlie, if you would like to know, is C.E. Dorsett on World Anvil. So there are places, and Charlie has lots of things for you to read there as well, so that you can partake in the awesomeness that is Charlie's brain. And Lizzie says, going to edit first sprint, because if I don't edit during a stream, it ain't gonna get done. A spam caller just called you after you said the beta thing. You wonder if they're up for the job. I'm not sure you could trust them, but hey, if you want to ask them, but don't give them any personal information. Nicole says, hello, you're cleaning during today's sprints. Excellent, you're being productive then. And CB says, hello, I'm having dinner just now, and then you'll be writing. Excellent. All right. That is fantastic. All right. I think I'm going to set us up for a 15-minute warm-up, because I need a little bit of time to do some things. Oh, wait. I didn't do the cards today. I gotta get my act together, don't I? Have not done the cards yet. Alrighty. I have reached the end of the spirit animal deck. It's not been shuffled, so I'm just kind of, well, we had 3 that popped out, so let's take the top one from there. Ooh, the starfish. So we have open to infinite possibilities. So the thing about the starfish is the regenerative properties, and so eventually you have the slow growth after being wounded or having a part cut off. And so there is always room and potential for growth or for different avenues. So keep yourself open to infinite possibilities. That is the thing with the starfish. Plus, being a star, it is also indicative of a guiding light. So, 6 of Swords, a journey heading into more peaceful realms. We've had that one kind of recently. Ooh, 3 of Wands. This is overlooking an established strength. And from the bottom of the pile, ooh, the Hanged Man. New perspectives, but he's in the inverse position. So I'm trying to remember what the Hanged Man means in the inverse, and I don't remember. I must call on my cheat sheet. Hanged Man, where are you? Here we are. Okay, so with the Hanged Man in the inverse position, like he is, possibility of an unwilling sacrifice or martyrdom, imprisonment or treason. Do you have any characters that are that either think they are a sacrifice or they are being a martyr or being forced to be martyred? This card is associated with Odin, who hung himself on the world tree for 9 days and was rewarded with written language by the Norns. So, there you go. Those are the cards for today. Not quite sure what to make out of them. So, if you have a character who is temporarily in a restful spot, so you might be needing to write a scene that's a break in the action. You have a card of established strength. So might be your character is ready to show off the skills they have learned or the mental strength that they have gained over the course of your book. And then with the Hanged Man, you have the potential of self-sacrifice, which that self-sacrifice is always part of that decision to give up something that they wanted for the benefit of others is oftentimes a part of the climactic battle. And then, of course, the potential is always there for betrayal or imprisonment. If you live in a fantasy world and you have some shady characters who are doing shady things, also Cheater McCheaterson, if you have a character like him, that's also a betrayal. So there you go. I do have quite a few betrayals. So I can just pick one out of a hat and go with that. So and Carrie is here. Hello, welcome. Ooh, CB has loaded fries that you made in your oven. Elizabeth is going, infinite possibilities. Oh no, too many choices. Yes. And the Shadows Lair is here. Welcome, welcome. Elizabeth says, my main character is literally betraying someone in this scene. Oh no. You're going to lean into that then. Well, good. Shadows Lair is going to work on World Anvil and then on your Nano project. Elizabeth says, ooh, spooky. That interpretation is literally the scene leading up to the midpoint. Ooh, very nice. Then I think this set of cards might have been meant for you. So Sharon says, the main character thinks he's being betrayed all the time right now. Ah, yes. Yes, that mindset. That would also work with these, yeah. Alrighty, and now that we have seen the cards, now that we know what the cards for today are, let's go ahead and get into a sprint. As I said before, I am needing a few minutes to work in my journal, my bullet journal and planners, so I'm going to set us up for a 15-minute warm-up. Or should we? Yeah, we'll do 15, and then we will see whether or not we want to do 25s or 30s today. Okay, so don't forget to save, or if you haven't already pulled your document up, go ahead and pull your document up. Make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have water beside me. I have already finished my green tea. Make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And then make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders. And we can now get started with a 15-minute warm-up sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, y'all. That was the first sprint. Don't think that I was as efficient as I could have been, but I did get a little bit done. It really didn't feel like a whole lot, so that I'll take it as my warm-up sprint, as just sort of like dipping my feet into the water. But yeah, that was not a great sprint for me. I kind of was thinking more like long-term things and getting distracted with that rather than what I need to be focused on for this week. So that felt not good in terms of like trying to narrow down my focus to actually like break down the goals and get things done. But I did get a little bit done, so I'm trying to figure out, I know I've said this probably a bajillion times. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to utilize this 3-section vertical planner. And I don't know. And maybe it's also because like I'm trying to use my stickers to make it give myself different focuses for the day. Like some are quotes, some are just sort of like reminders to like meditate and whatnot. Chores on days that I'm like chores and errands on days that I'm not really streaming. And then I've got some that I just like these stickers. I've got the new moon intentions for this coming Saturday. And then I've also just got some little cute stickers that don't necessarily have much to do with like focus or whatnot. But I've got the sort of like the jar of the celestial like stars and moons, because the next day is the new moon. So I can do my new moon intentions, just kind of like a reminder for myself for some things that I want to try for this new moon. And then I'm trying y'all not to be such a night owl, which is why I put the little cute owl as sort of a reminder of like go to bed early, or earlier than I have been. It may be a slow process. It might be a slow process. So I'm trying to make the stickers like more meaningful, but also just like I've put down the goal markers for word count goal markers for where I should be each day. I am not where I should be, just like FYI. So maybe it's like looking at those goals and like feeling like, oh, I'm not like really there yet. That might be why it felt like not a great sprint. I don't know, but I'm gonna. I think I'm done with the planner for right now, so I think I can put that away and focus on the story now. Hopefully, cross my fingers. All righty, let's see how y'all did. Also, don't forget to save and sip and posture check. Because my throat was getting a little dry there. So Matilda is here. Hello, welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I think I need a bookmark for in here, so I don't like, I don't know. We'll see. I have like a I have a stash of bookmarks that I can utilize at any point in time. So I've got some that have little flowers. One's purple, but you can't really tell on camera. I've also got a pink one. Can't tell on camera. I've got some like random bubble design things. I don't know. A really badly drawn hedgehog. Some blue bubbles with some sort of random flower. So I've got plenty of bookmarks to choose from. So, oh, and I've got a little teeny tiny daisy of some sort with a little caterpillar of some kind. So I've got plenty to choose from. I think I'll go with the purple and black. That will be my bookmark. Sorry, y'all. My brain is distracted. Devin is here. Hello. How are you? And there we go. I now have a bookmark. And Mallory says hello to Matilda and to Devin. Lizzie says edited a conversation about food poisoning. There you go. And Shadow's Lair didn't actually write. Same. Dinner was great and CB is stuffed. Excellent. Kai watched the video on plants. Seeing as your world is toxic and poisonous, it gave you some ideas. And the interactive map interface tutorial. Yeah, plants are vicious and murderous on their own. So there are certain trees in particular that will inject the soil with neurotoxins to other plants, essentially, so that the other plants can't extend their root into its territory, and that's how it kills off any competition. Others grow extremely dense foliage so that the undergrowth is completely shaded out and can't get any sunlight to grow, and that's how it will beat out the competition. So plants are mean. Plants are real mean. Sharon says, listened to some songs off my playlist for inspo, but got nothing done. Well, hopefully you are inspired for this next sprint, or at least in a good mood. CB says, I am going to have a bath now. Alrighty then. Lizzie says, it's a DM conversation, so I'm trying to put your character's voice into it. Gotcha. Charlie says, that felt like 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, it felt really short. You got a little bit written and helped a friend with her book. Excellent. Elizabeth says, edited some words and made a super simple map of more of the world. Yay. Miriam got 103, not bad. Excellent. Mallory fussed at the kids and wrote about 100 words as well. Send prayers or happy thoughts, whichever you prefer, because I think you're going to need it this week. Done. Sent to you. And Carrie is continuing your outline. Excellent. Hopefully you'll be making some progress there. Lizzie says, trying to put, not sure where that make came from. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Typo in the previous message. Shannon says, not sure what your word count was for that sprint. There was a lot of writing and backspacing going on, but there was some forward progress. Hooray for forward progress, because that is necessary. The dawdling sleeper. Yes. Yes. I will crawl into bed with every intention of just going to sleep, and I will either tell myself stories or I will read a bit more, or it's real bad. It's real bad. Kai says, to Charlie, where do you get your pictures for your character profiles? Some Charlie made himself, and some others you made with Artbreeder. Carrie says, I have a happy planner. I just bought a new color block one for your writing planner. You're currently using a mini cover as your bookmark. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. I do have a mini happy planner. I don't know if it would fit. I will have to try that during the next sprint. Thank you for this idea. I'm gonna try that. Kalante is here. Hello, super late. It does on Sundays, and that's where the difference is. It does on Sundays. It starts an hour later on Sundays. All right, y'all. Let's do another sprint. Do you want a 25-minute or do you want a 30? I'm up to either today, but it seems like sometimes these sprints are flashing by, and I felt like I didn't get much done that sprint, so I'm either gonna need a longer sprint or just less chatting in between the next two sprints. Okay. Carrie says the cover doesn't stick out as much, but it serves its purpose. Gotcha. Yes, Kalante, you only missed one because we are running relatively slowly today. So Elizabeth votes for 25, and Mallory votes for 30. Devin, of course, votes for 75. Sharon votes for 30, 25, 30. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 for 30. Yeah, 3 for 30 and 1, 2, 3 for 25. All right, y'all. I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to do a longer one. Just because we're going to try it out and see how we do. All right, so I'm going to crawl this down to 30. Don't forget that with the second sprint, it is the self-promo sprint. That means if you have something you would like to promote, whether it be your social medias, your authored platforms, etc., YouTube channels, videos, playlists, etc., please feel free to do so. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to hydrate. Make sure you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take one. This is a longer sprint, so make sure that if you need that break to stand up, stretch, get yourself some tea or a snack, etc., please do so. All right, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. How was that? Sorry, I wanted to finish the sentence. I got about 580-ish, if my estimate of my handwriting is correct. So that was a nice sprint. That was very nice. Whenever I sort of like get into a funk with my stories not quite working out digitally and not being able to kind of like actually do what I want and achieve the word counts that I want, it's nice to always go back to handwriting, because I always sort of feel like I get more inspiration in a lot of ways out of handwriting, and that's probably because of just the science behind like firing different synapses in your brain, working different sections in your brain, and so that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I got a good chunk of words written. I can mostly read them, which is always good. So yes. All right, so don't forget that the second sprint was the self-promo sprint. So don't forget that if you have something you would like to promote, go ahead and pop that into the chat so I can read it as I go through this. So Carrie H. Author has a YouTube channel under this name. You'll be streaming on Tuesdays all this month for whatever camp you are participating in. Carrie is participating in the World Anvil Summer Camp, and many of us are doing the Camp Nano as well. So either camp you're in, you are welcome in Carrie's camp. Kalante says, I posted a new Sims 2 video on my channel last night. Also have 2 books on Amazon, Even More Brutally Honest by Lilia Marie Hansen and Short Stories by Kalante Mavis. Yay! And yours? What is yours another website? I know that Keep Faith Baby is your other username. Yes. So the Shadow Slayer says, I do not know if you can find it, but you now have some World Anvil articles up under the world called Lysandus. Also, if people on the NaNoWriMo site want to be buddies, you are Koraki Saros. And Heather says, I walked Molly, refilled her water, and checked in on my kid. All excellent things. Carrie says, I'm also resuming my monthly vlogs, so the next one for July will be up in early August. I need to go back to doing my like stats analysis stuff, but I haven't really had a whole lot of tracking that I've done in the last couple of months, so I need to get back on that. Lizzie says, yay, I found a scene that needs to be written. I get to do work. Heather says, kid is still napping, so you get to do some planning. Yay! No, I figured it was not sarcastic. You like big changes when you know how to fix things. Yes. Heather likes the idea of Carrie's monthly vlogs. And Matilda says to Lizzie, yes, I like it as well when you know how to fix things. So nothing like a productivity boost. Exactly. Exactly. So Lizzie's going to be changing the main character's birthday because he sounds 16 instead of 15. There we go. Yes. And Matilda is hoping for a productivity boost for yourself. So yes. Charlie is streaming 3 times a week on Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the same day that I normally stream during the week at 5 p.m. Eastern. And you can see Charlie at twitch.tv/CE Dorsett. And Lizzie says, they always come when they need it the most. Yes. Yes, they do. So Carrie and Heather, so Carrie says, yes, I was trying to do it weekly, but there's not enough exciting stuff in my life, so I change it to monthly. Yes, this is, I feel like I don't do anything exciting, and so vlogging to me is not my thing at the moment, because I just, like, I don't do much other than sit at my computer desk and read and write. So Devin says, all my things. Here's the link tree for our wonderful Devin and the live stream playlist from so many of us have come to rely on this. Yes. Lizzie says, dang it, realized the big change you needed to make was in chapter 13, not 11. It's okay, you can still do it. Heather does a sprint stream on Thursdays at noon Eastern, and here is this week's stream. And you can follow the link there. So Kalante got 286 words the first round and 249 in the middle of the second, but you had to go. Okay, Lizzie says, now I have a timeline thing to work with, and my keys are making old people noises. Well, so old people noises that comes to my brain is like, go get me a glass of wine. So if your keys are making that kind of noise. Heather says, I have been a freelance writer, editor, and artist for over 20 years. I can be reached at my website, heatherdeweypatet.wordpress.com/contact. Mallory says, Mallory Anderson. All 4 of my books, 2 urban fantasy, a paranormal romance, and a contemporary romance can be found on Amazon, all under the name Mallory Anderson. Very nice. And Claude fleshed out scene 8 and will be ready to write it later today. Nice. Kai says, got my dinner and watched the timeline video. This is a much better system than the one you are currently using, and it's going to be so useful. Nice. Matilda worked on world building and is finally getting somewhere. Yay! Elizabeth edited 886 words. So yay! You finished your 750 word count goal. Hooray! That is awesome. And Sharon got 405 words. Excellent. Marion got 517, and that is your birthday. It's a sign, May 17th. There you go. And Heather also has an Etsy shop under the name Heather Du Patet. Charlie says, I fell down a chiptune rabbit hole and I have no regrets. I'm going to have to look this up later. And also fall down said rabbit hole. Lizzie edited some in chapter 11. Sharon Wright says, you can follow me on Instagram at share_C. There might be more than one underscore there, but I can't tell exactly how many it is. So Sharon, if you have, how many underscores are in your name? Is it just one or is it multiple? Heather says, Etsy tagline, greeting cards and art for writers and lovers of fantasy. Nice. Kai also loves chiptune, apparently. Very nice. Hey, Eve is here. Hello. Welcome. Mallory says, I got nothing done because the kids are arguing over the Xbox and your internet is out. Oh, no. Lizzie says, I should do more stationery hauls or journal videos, maybe a journal collection. Yeah, so I do have a whole bunch of journals. I could do some things. I did film like the initial setup of my new planner, but I just haven't edited it because I'm lazy. But thank you for the suggestion. I will eventually do more, I'm sure. So Shadow Slayer says, I made some changes to my World Anvil, so it worked well for me. Excellent. Yay! Carrie's going to go get ready for family stuffs. Happy writing. Yes. Shannon says, oh, y'all with your World Anvil stuff. Now I want to play there instead of working on your current projects. Well, I mean, I'm technically working on my current projects with World Anvil because I had not set up a World Anvil for them yet. So, all right. Let's set up another sprint. And I'm probably, let's see, it is 2:27. We'll go for 25. That way we have some time to chat at the end. So this one is going to be a little shorter. Close. Very, very close. Here we go. Okay. Do. Okay. All right. Don't forget to save. Make sure that you hydrate. I have finished my glass, so I will disappear and refill it during this sprint. Make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break. All right, those are your reminders. We can now get started with a 25-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right. I had to crunch my peppermint real quick there. How'd we do? I got another like 500, little short of 500 that time. So I got done with that part of what I wanted to write, so I can mark that off of my checklist. Started doing some editing because I had that pulled up as an option. Yeah. Progress. So just progress. All right. Where were we? Somewhere. So Matilda went to go get food. Excellent. Lizzie says to Shannon, if I wasn't an interesting part of my book, you would jump to World Anvil as well. Gotcha. So Charlie's Rabbit Hole started with this chiptune version of Montero by Lil Nas X. I have not seen this, so I will have to check it out after the stream. Heather says, I worked a bit in my planning a series workbook from Sarah Canon. Excellent. Kai to Charlie, oh wow, this works so well. I'm assuming this is the chiptune. Lizzie says, of course, I had to make a grand entrance by falling onto the floor after my foot slipped mid-wobble. Good afternoon, Dallas. Glad you could get in here. This is why I don't do the wobble. But it doesn't make sense unless you've heard the wobble song. Gotcha. Heather apparently watched the chiptune and said, well, that was interesting. Watching these sorts of things makes you want to go play Galaga or something. Heather says, I just checked some of my stats on Etsy. Can't believe you've had over 430 total views. Nice. Excellent. That's great. Lizzie says, should I make the animal shelter in your book a kill shelter since it's a big one, or should I make them send animals to another shelter when it gets too full? I think you answered this further in for yourself, just based on reasoning things out. So, yes. Heather says, I'd really like to add more bookmarks to your Etsy shop, as the one you sold there as a test got a good review. Then yeah, that sounds like it would be a good thing to do. And you also want to take some of your art to your con in September for their art show. Nice. And you'll be a panelist at the Necronomicon. I always hesitate on how to say this. Necronomicon in Tampa in September, and you can't wait. Nice. So the bookmark was, it was not a print, but it was an image that you rubber stamped onto a hand cut bookmark, which you then colored with colored pencils. Okay, so it's a mixed media piece. You love to color. Yes. Lizzie says, finally done with chapter 11. Nice. Mallory got a whole 4 sentences. You need prayers or good thoughts. Or Xanax or wine or all the above. Well, I cannot provide you with all of the above, but I can send thoughts and prayers. So Sharon says, 370. Surprised since your shaky hands acted up during that. Nice. Then that was a good sprint despite the shaky hands then. CB is out of the bath. Elizabeth says, I edited another 400 words or so you are good for the day. Yes, you are. You will use the rest of the evening to read a new book, Bjørnshin by Torbjørn Overland Amundsen. I'm 100% know that I messed up the name. It has a cool premise, though. Exciting. Kai says, bookmarks are really popular, so that's a good idea. Would you also do any digital prints so that the international customers can download them, as a lot of people wouldn't necessarily want to pay for postage? That's an idea. Shannon says, 439 words that sprint, starting to feel like you're making progress. Nice. 469, another good sprint for you. Oh, I did do good job on the pronunciation. Yes. Yay. Heather says, I've been thinking about that. You even looked into the technical aspects of doing that. Because, yeah, I know there are like digital downloads for planning and such. So I don't know if that would be more along the lines of like decorative planning or just selling digital prints. How that would work, I don't know. Okay, it is essentially 3 o'clock. My brain is not like 100% cooperating, just, you know, FYI. But we have not done our 4th sprint. So I think maybe we can do, one short sprint. We'll change the timer. And I did post Devin's playlist in the link, should you wish to join the Stream Hoppers United. But for now, I think I need a cooldown sprint, so we're going to do a 15, I think. That'll take us to 3:15, quarter past the hour. So yeah. So one more sprint. Just one more. Alrighty. So don't forget to save. Don't forget to hydrate. Make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders. And let's do one more sprint, 15 minutes, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the 4th sprint, our cool down sprint. I got a bit more editing done, so I felt like I was a little bit more focused that time, so that was good. So yeah, and I might have disappeared for like a few seconds. I don't know. We'll see. I guess on the replay I can check that. So close that. All right. How'd you guys do? I don't actually, I think I got through maybe 2.5 pages of like read through, edit, some like small things, checking things. So not a huge amount, but it was a section that needed a little bit more like careful eyeballs. And I had to fill in some brackets. The good old friend bracket. Sharon got a nice 141 words. Excellent. Laura ordered groceries. Very nice. You will have food to eat, which is good. And Lizzie says, edited a few pages of chapter 12. The girl protagonist is feeling all the aggression from the boy protagonist, and you are loving it. And Sharon hit 1K for the day. Hooray! Yay! That is awesome. And Elizabeth doodled in the bullet journal. Very nice. Doodling can be very fun. And CB says, I wrote an email to the bus company about an incident today. You almost fell because the driver was being a total buffoon. Oh no! So that was about 100 words in there. Alrighty then. Okay, so it is Monday. So in the playlist that Devin has so kindly provided us, there are multiple streams going on this afternoon and evening, including Glory Writes the Blues and Laura and Samantha L. Nassett is in the evening as well. And I'm trying to think of who was doing some streams on Monday for camp, and I can't remember. And then Charlie will be over on Twitch starting at 5. So there are plenty of streams to be had. But don't forget that you need to save your document. And you need to make sure you are being hydrated. Go ahead and take a sip of whatever you're supposed to be hydrating with. And also make sure that you occasionally get up and stretch and walk around, because you need to keep limber and not just sit and stare at the computers, whichever one you're working on, or your pen and paper. Yes, HK is at 5 as well. Yes, thank you. And Miriam got 206. You are 400 away from being done with your goal, and you should have been done within the hour. Yes, because you've been doing awesome. Lizzie says, thanks for the stream. Wouldn't have gotten anything done without it. You will take a break after you are done with chapter 12. Excellent. Good plan. Good plan. Alrighty, I will be back Wednesday for more writing, hopefully productive writing, like good chunks of work. So I'll be back Wednesday 1 to 3. Same for Friday, and then on Sunday I will be here 2 to 5. So I will be around. And I don't know. I haven't decided whether I'm going to be doing additional things, but I'll let y'all know when the time comes, once I've decided. So there we go. But I will be around Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. So, all right. I will see y'all later. Thank you very much for joining me, and don't forget to save. Bye.